Pittsburgh Steelers fans, thanks for joining us for another Wednesday night episode of the Pump Your Brakes podcast. I'm one of three. I'm your boy Tate, here with the triple OG homie Shannon White repping the Cam Hayward jersey because Cam just got that baby bag. And we got Mr. Respect in the building. Use these algorithms right now. What's the respect about? But Big G in the building. What's up, Big G?
Listen, man, I'm tired of this nonsense. I'm tired of all the shenanigans. I'm sick of them national media. It's time for them to put some respect on the Steelers' name starting this Sunday, and I can't wait to get it because I'm telling you right now, I'm coming for all them national media to talk all that mess, saying we're going to lose to Atlanta, saying we're going to have a losing season. I'm ready for it right now. Let's get it. I need some respect for Steeler Nation starting now. Today, Tate. Today, not tomorrow, not Friday, not Saturday, right now.
Can you had the respect sign look new to me, right?
Yeah, it is.
Can you pull out an oldie but goodie?
Which one?
No Diddy.
No doubt.
Yeah, no Diddy. That's for you, Big G.
For what? What did I do?
You said I can't wait to get it.
Every time, man. You be waiting man, I'm telling you, you be waiting to get me, man. That's crazy, man. Because you know I'm going to say something, man.
But let's get into some football. First, let's address all our loyal viewers in the live chat, our live chat fam. Afton in the building already. I was just over there with Afton on the Pay Dirt podcast. I didn't necessarily agree with everything B Dirt and Pay said, but they put it out there on they parlay ticket. Jay Sneed in the building. Wes H in the building. Hey, Wes, man. Hey, Big G. I think Wes like you, man. Wes out there in them streets. It was a while ago now, but Wes said to somebody, I said what I said, and that's it.
That's what I'm talking about, Wes. That's what I'm talking about. That's big facts. You need to represent. Don't be talking crazy mess to me. Get up out of here. I'm winning. 100% I'm with you.
Hey, what y'all think about the Carolina Panthers making the playoffs?
No way.
That's what Pay said. That's when I checked out, man.
You know what? Go ahead, man. Keep talking. Shannon, I'm going to have some cards for you here in a minute. Just keep talking, Tate. I'm going to give Shannon a choice.
Hey, so Ronald Blake, Danny Littlejohn, T. Riley in the building, Kevin Brokenborough, John. What up, John? Rob Lightfoot, per usual. Again, Wes H. Wes said, I love you, Big G. I guess he want to get out in the streets with you, man.
I'm winning in the streets. I'm ready. Let's go.
I said what I said, and that's it.
That's it. Shannon, while you running down the names, pick a card. And this is for Pay. Go ahead, pick one, Shannon.
Val Ford in the building.
The big fine, Shannon. Number 3. I see the lips moving.
Steeler girls, what's happening?
I'll take number 3, Big G.
This is for you, Pay. Come on, man. Come on, man, with that nonsense talking about the Carolina Panthers going to make the playoffs. Stop that. Get up out of here. Go ahead.
That's one of them takes we need to make a short of and put it out there to go viral. I bet. Like, who is this with this ridiculous take?
Man, I'll bet him an hour corner time right now, and he ain't even on the show. I'll bet him.
Bad news 44, Mr. Woodsey. Craig Werlow?
Yeah.
Man, that live chat starting to get them algorithms up, Big G. It's jumping over there. It's lit, like you like to say.
Yeah, I love it when it's lit over
there. We got 70 people in the building, and we 4 minutes in. So
yeah, let's get it lit up. Let's go.
We got 22 thumbs up.
That's not enough. Come on, man.
Come on,
man. Let me get the rhythms, man. What are you doing?
We need more of them, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Shannon, how was your week, man, since we was last here?
Oh, we've had an excellent week. And leading up to this week, finally getting an actual Steeler game and then have Cam Hayward's contract taken care of, I'm happy.
Thanks.
Hey, I was watching The Hangover the other day with you and Daniel in there, man. I see you was saving your prediction for this show.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I always
That's
save
what I'm
it to
talking
this
about.
show. Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Monday's kind of too early, huh?
Yeah.
But Big G, what about you, man? How was your week?
Man, it's been bananas, man. I've been in them streets. I've been doing a lot of podcasts. I got down on the Level Up podcast on Monday. It was outstanding, man. We had a lot of people, a lot of reception. Ma was over there talking all that garbage about Colorado and all whatever else. I wished you a happy birthday. He love them, man. They big trash. And I wished you a happy birthday on Monday and all whatever else.
Thank you,
right
sir.
now, yes, absolutely. Happy birthday to you. And
I didn't know it was your birthday.
Monday.
My birthday was Labor Day.
Yeah.
Why didn't it pop up on Facebook or something?
I don't know. I don't know if I got that set on Facebook. I don't know.
He's incognito.
Well, happy belated. I didn't know.
Yeah. And
but you seen that well, you saw my wife reading the card my sister gave me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got real. I couldn't read it. Valerie had to read it. She started reading. She said, "I'm gonna cry." It was just a really nice card, man. It said a lot of nice things about me. So it's probably some things. I mean, they all true, but I don't deserve them to be said to me. But I guess I'm her big brother. She want to give me my flowers, so I appreciate her.
I gave you a GOAT for the first time I ever gave you a GOAT rating.
I saw that in the comments.
Yeah, I wish I had a sign. I'd have put the GOAT sign there. I would have put it there, man, in the comments.
But Big G. I mean, we've been homies. You didn't know me for over 40 years, man. I've always been a GOAT.
No, stop that. See, Shannon, get ready, Shannon. We're going back to it.
Humble.
Come on, Shannon. Come on, man. Hey, but guess what I'm doing right? Guess what I'm doing right now?
What?
It's T-minus 28 hours and counting for me to head to Ann Arbor.
Oh yeah, you can't get out of here.
I'm up out of here.
What time you leaving?
I'm leaving Friday morning, very early. I got to make a
Friday
couple
morning
runs. Early, and I'm going up. I'm going to meet B Dirt Friday. Me and B Dirt will be podcasting live from Ann Arbor, Michigan for the Homies and Homies Overtime. We will be live in Ann Arbor. We might be over there by the stadium, man, doing a live podcast, man. Getting ready, setting up like game day the night before because I'm going in the stadium.
Because Friday night, y'all going to be out there in them streets of Ann Arbor.
Yeah, we're going to be in the street, so we might as well because we got to get ready for the tailgate that morning anyway. So the next morning, the tailgate starts at 6 o'clock. I'm going to be in them streets, so we might set up shop right there by the stadium and say, let's do what we do. Well, let's get it in and get in for the Homies and Homies Overtime. So, and then Saturday, you know what time it is. Come on, Michigan. And I'm a diehard Buckeyes fan, but I hate the Longhorns. So I'm cheering for the Wolverines, man. Let's go. Get them bums and send them back to Texas.
Yeah, I think we had that sometime. I'm rooting for Baltimore tomorrow. I want to see Kansas City lose.
No way, Jose.
He said, "No way, Jose."
No way, Jose. No
but
way.
Yeah, so fellas, man, we got a lot to get into. We're gonna get into some of the Steeler news so far this week. We're gonna talk about the offensive line, how that fits. We're gonna put what we're gonna do for the games this season is we're gonna have a segment that we talk about. We're gonna put our listeners up on game about basically it's just like what the keys to the game are, but we're gonna put them up on game.
Yeah, got you.
So yeah, the storylines of this game, quite a few little interesting ties and crossovers and stuff with this matchup. So man, why hesitate? We're gonna get to it. If you're watching on YouTube, we're not going nowhere. If you're listening on the audio platform, be it Apple, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, wherever you may be listening, we have to hear a few words from our partners and take a quick break. But we'll be right back and we'll get all into this juicy matchup going down in the Mercedes Benz Dome in the ATL on Sunday, kickoff at 1:02 p.m. But we will certainly be back to get into it after we hear a few words from our partners.
The big fine, Shannon. I got him, Shannon.
I thought it was on mute from the little ad break that was playing. You know how I automatically go to mute? I didn't think I clicked mute, but I must have. But Big G, before we get started real quick, go ahead and we have a promotion going with DraftKings SCN going on till September 19th. Go on and read that to our listeners and viewers, man.
Listen, man, thank you guys for rocking with us on Steel Curtain Network. And because of you guys rocking with us, we got a little promo paired with DraftKings for a pick six for the NFL. Make sure you check out DraftKings Sportsbook for all your sportsbook needs. Download the new DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use the code CURTAIN. That's code CURTAIN, CURTAIN, for new customers to pay only $5 to get started. And by paying the $5, you get a $50 credit guaranteed for pick six picks, guaranteed. Plus, one lucky person will get NFL Premium on us. This offer expires officially 9/19/24. So make sure you get to DraftKings and get that pick six in with the NFL.
I guess technically you probably have to pay to play.
Yeah.
It's to play $5.
Yes.
But I'm guessing playing $5 is paying $5, I think.
Yeah, pay the $5 to play. Yeah.
I talked to Jeff yesterday of B Dirt. Listen, I don't know if he's listening because they think they got a bingo podcast they do at this time.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys want to participate, you can do it. Being part of SCN doesn't preclude you from doing.
Yeah, so I'll do the $5. It ain't no big deal. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not because I didn't do it because I thought they'd get us for franchise. What's that called? Where you ain't supposed to do what you ain't supposed to do, that type thing. So I said, but I'm in it now. $5, hey, for 50 for free. Yeah.
Seems like it could be a conflict of interest.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I call it. Conflict.
We've been told we can do it. But
yeah.
Shannon, you wearing the Cam Hayward jersey, man. He got a new contract yesterday. Let's go ahead and talk about Cam's new deal. What do you think about it, Shannon?
Well, I think it was the best way to handle the situation. An all-time great player and person within the organization.
Hey, Shannon, can I cut you off real quick? I just want to ask you a question.
Yes.
All-time great, right?
Yes, he's one of the all-time greats. Yes.
I heard it said that Cam is the second greatest Steeler lineman of all time. Is that the case?
Wow.
No, we've talked about that before. He's top 5. Now, where he falls in there, you got me, Joe. That's a question.
Well, that's number 1, but you don't have a number 2.
But I mean, I'm a huge fan of LC Greenwood. I think the man should be in the Hall of Fame already. And I believe LC was right there with Hayward as the 2A and 2B, so to speak.
Okay.
But I mean, you don't want to see him in no other uniform, and the Steelers care about the legacy. They really try. Like towards the end with Ben, they did what they had to do to make sure that he only wore the black and gold, and it matters to me. And this is very, very important. It's $15 million a year, but they've actually saved a good bit of money this year. Whether they'll need it or use it or not is irrelevant. But after this year, they can easily get out of the contract. Not that I think they would, but they could always, move him to nose tackle if he does lose some mobility and to increase his effectiveness. But Hayward is a Steeler. He should always be a Steeler. And they took care of business with this contract. And I'm very pleased because when he talked about he wasn't going to take a discount, I thought he was going to want, top 10 money for 2 or 3 years. But $15 million a year is very reasonable.
What are your thoughts, Big G?
I agree. I think, well, the issue is it's double fold. like Shannon said already, we saved about $10 million this year.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives us the to either roll it in the next year or use it this year if we just see we got to get somebody in there and we got to make a signing or something or do something. $10 million is nothing to
Then they already have like 10 or 11 on the books.
Yeah, so that's like 20.
Yeah, they got
10,
plenty of money.
Checked,
right.
Yeah, 10 is greater than 20 is greater than 10, so I'll take it. So, but just in case we roll with what we have this year, like Shannon said, that frees up a lot of bread. And 20 million, hey, there's your quarterback. There's your quarterback there. If you need one of them top tier wide receivers, there it is. There's your money. You want to create. You got it already. It's like having the money in your account and you just ready to spend whatever you want to spend. It's a savings. And Cameron should be in a Steeler uniform until he retires. Shannon, I would have hated to see him play for Cleveland or Cincinnati or Baltimore or one of them teams like that because that's where he would have went. He wouldn't have went outside of our division. So we have to keep him there until he decides enough is enough and hang it up. But he's going to hang it up and walk in the Hall of Fame as only a Pittsburgh Steeler. And so that's what I'm loving it for.
There's a couple all-time greats that got up out of here, like Franco and Debo and
Rob
somebody
Woodson.
else. Rob Woodson.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else recently after Debo. Oh, AB.
Yeah, AB got up out of here. Yeah,
but AB did that.
Yeah, he did.
AB made himself take a lap.
Yeah.
he took a lap on himself. Absolutely.
But okay, well, I think it's a good deal. Like I said, they gave him a signing bonus up front, $15 million. He was owed $16 million this year of actual salary. I think he's 22 on the books, but they gave him a signing bonus of $15 million, and they're paying him $1 million this year. Kind of like I said, kind of like the deal with Russ. You know what I mean? We got a super chat from the Quad Father.
We already know who it is. We know right off the bat, Quad. We know what time it is with you, man.
Quad in the building. Good looking out, Dennis.
Yeah, you get a big facts right off the bat. Dennis Pavlok, man, thanks for the 5 binkers. They are going to need it. You also have Move to sign, and also Pickens is going to want this. That is big facts. So now you have freed up $20 million to, hey, between making sure a quarterback is paid, some of these big time players, let's do it. I'm with it.
I wouldn't be surprised if Muth gets signed in the next 48 hours.
Me either. Let's go ahead and get it out the way. You get paid for loading it up front. That really behind it might seem bananas, but in the long haul, it makes sense because you free up more money. And that's what we have to do.
What do you think, Shannon, about Muth?
I think he's going to be the number 2 most targeted guy this year. I really do. I don't expect them to bring anybody in at least towards more of the middle of the year if they see it's a big problem. I don't think it's going to be. So I think Pickens is going to get the most targets, and then I think Muth's going to be right after him.
Yep.
So I don't know what Muth's wanting. That's the thing. If we knew what he was asking for, I don't know what the going rate is now. Because, if he has a big year this year, which he should in this offense, then he's going to price himself out of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think they get him done now for somewhere between 11 and 13.
Agreed, Tate. Big facts.
Well, I think he wants a little more than that, I'll be honest. And if he does, then you have to worry about the concussion issue.
Yeah, but he may, but if he does, then Omar goes to the numbers. I mean, look at your production. I mean, 11 to 13 million is secure. I think Travis Kelce gets like 8. I think he's the highest paid tight end.
Yeah.
I mean, so I think that's fair if he signs a 3-year deal. Say he'll get paid again. Mm-hmm. But that's just my thought. I'm not saying that's what it is. The homie Wes, Mr. I said what I said, and that's it.
Man,
with a super chat.
Wes over there talking crazy right now.
Shannon, go ahead and read Wes super chat for us, man.
He said, just need to say this. I've said it a couple of times. If you think Cam shouldn't have been extended, I think Big G and I can show you the door to SN.
Oh, my God, Wes. That was big facts. Get up out of here. That's what I'm talking about. That was big facts. Tate, he done moved up in the ranking. He about to get a general status. he about to get a general status, man. He's out there in them streets. That's what I'm talking about, Wes.
I think Cam deserved the contract. I'm one of the people that do. I know there's some fans that think they gave it to an old guy, but defensive linemen can play longer, especially, guys in the 3-4 or in the interior. His game is predicated on strength and not speed and twitch and all that stuff. So
if he was wanting $20 million a year, and that's what I thought he was wanting, because he was supposed to make 22 this year, then I was like, no, you can't do that. But the way it factored out, he did come in reasonable on a 3-year deal where they do have some wiggle room after this season.
Yeah.
And like my son said, he said, you're talking about the Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Big facts.
The reigning Walter Payton Man of the Year. It's not just on the field.
Yeah, it's everything all encompassed.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, Shannon, perfect segue. Also this week, the Steelers team picked their captains.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know the captains?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Go ahead, Shannon. You go ahead. Read them off, because I know them too. Go ahead.
Well, I don't have it in front of me, but if I'm not mistaken, it's Hayward, TJ, Russell Wilson, and Killebrew.
Exactly.
Facts. Big facts.
Okay. Do you guys think there's any more accomplished set of captains in the NFL on any team?
Oh.
And I don't know everybody's captains, but I
don't either.
I think you'd be hard pressed.
Yeah, I think, man, off the top of my head, Tate, yeah, that's the best accolades and all whatever else. That's right there.
You got 41 years of experience between our captains, 11 All-Pros, 22 Pro Bowls, and 2 Walter Payton Man of the Year award winners.
Oh, my God. Yes, that's decorated.
I don't think anybody is getting that close to that. Those like you said, those accolades, that resume, Big G, for a unit of captains.
Mm-hmm. I'm really scanning through my head, and I'm looking at teams. No, I mean, the only one that might come close might be maybe Kansas City, maybe, and that's if Kels and my homeboy is the captains. But then who's on defense? So they got it. I think they got it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So those are our captains. So now let's kind of get into the game. We'll talk about the storylines and we'll take a break. Then we'll come back and get into some of the X's and O's and those things of it. So game in Atlanta this week, like we already said, 1:02 kickoff, Atlanta, Georgia. And prayers to the family, those victims down in Georgia, Winder, Georgia, outside of Atlanta. I have a friend that's from there that lives here, and I text them because I know she has nephews and nieces that are that high school age, but that wasn't the school they went to, so I was just checking. But prayers to all those families down there in Georgia. Kevin Brokenborough with a super chat. Let's get to the homie KB in the building. Oh,
man, that joker,
okay.
That joker said, just because, bro, for the 2 bankers. Kevin Brokenborough
thanks, KB, man. We really appreciate you, man. Just because must mean you dig pump your brakes, man. You definitely one of the chat generals and always in the chat building. So we definitely appreciate you, man. Just because. But go back to the storylines of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I took the comment down. There I go. The storylines. We got Arthur Smith returning to the ATL. We know was their head coach the past 3 years, right?
Yep.
He's going back. He should have some intimate knowledge, especially of the offense of Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, Drake London, those guys.
Yep.
We got friends going at it from a coaching perspective. Mike Tomlin and Raheem Morris, I believe, were together back in the day on Tony Dungy's staff.
Facts.
So, I think because they know each other and they know each other as friends and football minds, I think that the thing is they'll have to do something different and unexpected to fool the other one.
Facts.
And we got old faces in new places. Russ and Kirk both taking their first official game snaps in a regular season game for their new teams, Pittsburgh and Atlanta. So these are just some of the storylines we got going on this week. What do you guys think about those storylines? Anything that sticks out to you, or anything you want to see, take a deeper look at?
Well, first thing is, man, I want to see how Arthur Smith responds being back in Atlanta. I mean, a lot of times it'd be like that vengeance game, when you really want to show, like, y'all shouldn't have got rid of me. You was messed up for doing that to me. And so I'm really looking at Arthur Smith, because I'm one of the Steelers people that believe that Arthur Smith held back his bag, like during the preseason. He was like, I'm not showing you. I'm going straight vanilla.
Definitely.
I'm not showing you nothing. And so now, right off the back, week 1, he gets to get in his bag and be like, look, I'm going to cook y'all with what you got by getting rid of me, and I'm going to unleash my offense. So I'm really anxious to see, because and Shannon, we all finally got a comparable offensive coordinator. It's been so long, Shannon. I just don't know what to think about it. We finally got a guy that can call plays. So that's the one for me, Tate, for sure.
How about you, Shannon?
Yeah, I agree. I know we did a little research for the podcast tonight, and Big G's going to talk about the offense, Atlanta's offense, some, and I've been looking at Atlanta's defense.
Yeah.
So I'll save some of my comments about Arthur Smith's offense until we get to that part, and I'm talking about the defense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So let me shout out our other co-workers, Big G, our other homies, Pay and B Dirt on Pay Dirt. Pay said, talking about the Steelers Falcon game, that Arthur Smith didn't know what to do with Bijan Robinson, Drake London, and Kyle Pitts. So he's like, he said the only time Arthur Smith did good is when he just had an offense where he could turn and hand the ball to Derrick Henry. I mean, that's not what we think Arthur Smith is, right?
That's big trash for Pay, man. There's no way. The issue is they didn't have a combo. Look at Arthur Smith's offense when you had a decent quarterback in Ryan Tannehill in Tennessee. Desmond Ridder, did he even make a team? I heard
he got cut. He got cut.
Yeah.
So he's looking for a job.
Yeah, he was big trash.
Let somebody pick him up for the practice squad.
Yeah.
Well,
you can have
that's kind of what I think.
You can have all the weapons in the world. You need a quarterback.
And that kind of goes back to what you said earlier in the show with your respect sign about getting respect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't disagree with anything you said. But real quick, we're gonna take a quick break. If you're watching on YouTube, you know we're not going anywhere. We appreciate all the people in the live chat. I see Victory Asher said, Big G, what Youngstown High School year did you graduate? You ain't go to. I'm the one originally from Youngstown, but I moved to where Big G lived. We both went to Lima Senior High School.
Correct.
If I was stayed in Youngstown, I would have went to South High. My mom graduated in Youngstown, ran high, so Rand's no longer a school. But yeah, so if you watching on YouTube, not going anywhere. We got to pay some bills again for our audio side. We're gonna go ahead and do that real quick here. A few words from our partners, and come back and talk about the game and put you up on game with the keys to the game. So stay with us. We're not going anywhere. We'll be right back to finish up the last part 2 of the show, talking about the game itself. And we're back on the Pump Your Brakes podcast. Yeah, Big G, we got 140 in the building. Halfway through the show, we got 56 thumbs up going, looking for 80 before we get out of here.
Yeah, we need at least 80. Come on, y'all. Y'all know what to do. But let's get it lit. We got a lot of people over there, so let's get it lit. Let's go and do what we do. Let's go, Tate.
Fellas. So let's get into this game, man. So big question. The offensive line, a lot of injuries. I feel like a lot of indecisiveness about who should play where. That's one of the few things I fault Coach Tomlin and the offensive staff, whether it be Pat Myers or Arthur Smith, is not getting a line set. Because even when people were healthy, they still didn't put people in the position that they're going to play, right? Mm-hmm. So now, Fautanu, is he going to play? Ain't he going to play? Broderick Jones, is he hurt? We know he's wearing an elbow brace, but now he's wearing a padded glove and kind of got his thumb wrapped, trying to protect it on the same arm. We know Isaac Seumalo is out for at least 2, maybe 4 weeks. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so it's kind of like, what do we do at the O-line? It's kind of like the lottery. You get a lottery ticket, like if you're playing the pick 5 linemen. I mean, y'all go ahead and have a discussion and tell me what we do.
Shannon, I want you to go first on this because I think we're going to agree. So I trust your judgment, man.
Well, I kind of talked about it a little bit earlier in the week on the hangover, but I believe that Seumalo, you want to keep him out to make sure you have him healthy for the stretch run. Mm-hmm. So I believe that same thing with Fautanu. We want him fully healthy. It's hard enough to start as a rookie in the NFL at a new position. Let's make sure he is close to 100%. I think he needs another week. So I would go with Dan Moore, especially, considering the Atlanta defense. I would go with Dan Moore, Spencer Anderson, filling in for Seumalo. Again, asking McCormick, who I think will be the superior player down the line, to come in and start as a rookie in his first game out of the FCS. I just think that Spencer Anderson is more prepared. Then you have Zach Frazier, James Daniels, and then you'll have Broderick Jones at right tackle. It's not ideal. It's not what we want. But for the first game with the injury situation, I think that's what you got to go with.
So out this group picture, Shannon, you got Fautanu and McCormick sitting.
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Big G?
Me and Shannon agreed except for one position. I think that based on Fautanu's production over the last 2 weeks in practice, I think he's closer to 100% than what a lot of people realize. And I think Coach T is going to run him out there at right tackle game 1. So I think it's going to be Fautanu. I think Spencer Anderson will play right guard. But what's bananas is Coach Tomlin also named him a backup tackle. So if something happens to opposite guard or whatever else, he's got to slide in to play a backup tackle. So I would say Fautanu first, Spencer Anderson at guard, Zach Frazier at center, Daniels at the left guard, and Jones at the left tackle. I think that's what they're going to run out on the field. I'm about 90% sure that's what they're going to do.
You mean
so? They're going to move Daniels.
You mean Dan Moore at the left tackle and Daniels at the left guard?
Yeah, Jones at the left tackle.
Yeah, Dan Moore.
No, I don't think Dan Moore's going to start.
Oh, okay.
I think it's going to be Fautanu and Jones at the tackles. I think it's going to be Anderson and Daniels at the guards, and I think Zach Frazier's going to start center. I think Fautanu's running out there, snap one, game one, week one. He's out there.
But Daniels will stay at right guard, right?
Yes, at right.
Yeah.
I had that flip. Spencer Anderson will go left. Yes, correct.
So, yeah, I think Big G that if Fautanu could play, I do agree with you there. But I think if he plays for Broderick Jones. I think Dan Moore is going to start left tackle.
I don't know. I don't see it. Maybe.
Now
might be right. I mean,
that could change as we get a little deeper into this first month of the season. But this week, Dan Moore going to be left tackle, and I think it's undecided right now between Broderick Jones and Fautanu at the right tackle.
I don't want Moore starting, but I think that with the injury issues, they're going to have to this week.
Mm.
Yeah, he's going to, and if we honest about it, we don't like him. That's why we drafted 2 first-round tackles. But Dan Moore's been the best of the group thus far through camp.
Well, listen to this. If Dan Moore played trash week 1, I've already deemed him to the bench, just like I did Levi Wallace last year.
Mm-hmm.
So don't start none, won't be none, Dan Moore. If you out there trash and Matthew Judon out there killing you, you going to the bench. Get up out of here, bro.
And Matthew Judon rushes from both sides.
Facts. He do.
But okay, so now we got some new defenders in town.
Mm-hmm.
What do we think about them? How do the new guys fit with the culture? So we're looking at, if you listen to audio, looking at a graphic with Corey Trice, Dante Jackson, Patrick Queen, Deshaun Elliott, and Peyton Wilson.
Oh, man, I'm hyped about that defense, boy. I'm hyped up, Tate. I can't take it.
This just the new guys. It's not even Cam and Keanu Benton and Roberts and Peasy Jr. and Minka and Highsmith. This is none of those guys.
Watt. It's just so many of them, Tate. It's so many. It's, oh my God, I'm hyped about this defense, man. Man.
The question is, Shannon, you go ahead and take a crack at it first. How you think these new guys fit with the culture?
I think they're all excellent fits. I think Jackson couldn't be happier to finally be in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Patrick Queen, again, I've seen him in the uniform and all. I'm coming around. He's one of those guys, when he plays for the enemy, you hate him. But when he plays with your team, you love him. And I just think he's going to give them that athleticism and that intensity that they haven't had in many years at that position, at least since Shazier.
Mm-hmm.
Peyton Wilson, the dude's going to be a stud. He might be a starter before the year's out.
Yes.
And Corey Trice is dealing with a groin injury.
Yeah.
They say he wants to play. Hopefully he can, because he's already the top backup on the outside. And he can play some slot. He can match up with Pitts. If Pitts is able to play, that would be a guy you can put on Pitts because he can move with him. And he's got the size to stand up to Pitts in the slot because they like to run Pitts out of the slot a lot. So I think that is as you say, it's none of the big top guys, but they're going to be, by the end of this year, they're going to make Pitt a top 5 defense.
I'm trying to tell you, man. And Shannon, you know who's going to might be playing a lot of snaps against Pitts? That 4-1, bro. That 4-1 in that yellow jersey right there might be playing a lot of snaps on Pitts. Watch
He
what
can run with him. Yep.
He's a big man. I ain't even gonna get started. I'm gonna let you do the defense. But he's a neutralizer. He's a neutralizer.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys think from a culture perspective, because we also in this same graphic got reminders of Steel Kirk and the Blitzburg defense. We're going into a new era. We've always been a defensive-led identity team. So we think these guys fit with what we're trying to do, obviously, right?
Facts. We back, Tate. We back. Mortimer, we're back. We're back, Mortimer. We're back. We're back.
I watched that movie the other day, man. But okay, so now we got about 18 minutes to get into it. We're going to put our audience, everybody up on game. We're going to talk about the keys to the game, man. And for those on audio, we're looking at a graphic with just some of the Atlanta Falcons players: Kirk Cousins, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, Grady Jarrett, and Matthew Judon.
Tate, before we go there, players, we got a super chat. Let's do the super chat first.
I'm coming for it.
Okay,
we got some players we must stop and some players we must contain. You know, so Big G and Shannon ain't gonna get into it. They thought they did some homework. We have a super chat. I'm glad Big G tell me, but I see y'all. Big G. It's from Rube Stone back in the building. Go ahead and read that one for us, Big G.
Hey,
we
Big
talking
G.
to you.
Yeah, facts. Ruben Stone, thank you for the 5, man. He said, hey, Big G, when I get there Saturday, come Sunday, I will tell Tomlin we need to score 30 and show up to all the non-believers. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about, Ruben. Be confident and let them know off the rip we need the big points. So let's go.
Hey, I'm gonna have to. I don't want to say disagree with Rube, but
that can take you hit him with the brakes.
That's for Rube. We ain't score. I don't think we scoring 30, man.
Man, he hit him.
20,
hit him hard.
24. I like that.
Yeah.
30. I don't know, but
hey, Ruben, how does it feel to be a crash dummy in the back seat? I just want to know, man. I just want to know. How does it feel to be the crash dummy in the back seat?
I want y'all to know I'm looking at making a new graphic for that.
Mm-hmm.
And like we got you and Shannon in the little car.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put both y'all on the short bus.
Dang, Shannon. We're gonna have to be careful. We're gonna have to be careful, Shannon. We're gonna have to be careful. Man.
Hey, so I forgot which one of y'all was talking about which part of Atlanta's team. Who's talking about Atlanta's defense?
Me.
Yes. All right, Shannon, go ahead and tell us about Atlanta's defense and their strength and where you think they can potentially be exposed at.
Well, it was really interesting when I started looking at the defense. You had Grady Jarrett listed. Right. And Grady Jarrett's going to be a real challenge for Spencer Anderson. And that he is he's short. Let's just be honest, for a defensive lineman. He's 6 foot. He's got a low center of gravity and he's quick. And he goes for penetration. He don't tie up blockers as much as he tries to penetrate. Well, Spencer Anderson, one of the knocks on him at Maryland that he struggled with leverage and playing too high. Now, what I've seen in the preseason, he's looked much better. Now, he'll have Zach Frazier a lot of times to help him, but it'll be a test for him right out of the gates. Then I noticed Atlanta has Zach Harrison, who Big G is very familiar with.
Oh, yeah, go Bucks.
From the Buckeyes, and somebody that the Steelers were looking at last year. And because he is a good 3-4 defensive lineman. And I think he had a decent year as a rookie. He is somebody that plays both. He can get some pressure. He's good against the running game. But I think for the Steelers to be effective, this game. They need to attack Atlanta's defense on the ground. Their secondary is better than people realize. They've got A.J. Terrell. They've got Bates, former Bengal. Now they got Simmons, who the Steelers, we all kind of wanted him. And so their secondary, I think will be you can attack it on the ground if you establish the ground game. And if you have success, then you can open up down the field, because it's going to be hard to get the ball deep to Pickens or CA3 or whoever with Bates and Simmons back there. You're going to have to be careful, because they're going to have Terrell on Pickens. Their linebackers are solid.
Well, you think he'll follow Shannon Terrell?
I don't think he shattered anybody last year. Now I don't know. He might this year, because he was a good rookie, but he wasn't. Porter shattered some guys, but I don't know if Terrell. I didn't watch Atlanta last year.
Okay,
but their linebackers are solid, but they don't have anybody you would say is special. Judon is at that point in his career that he can still be a disruptive pass rusher, but they really don't have a explosive pass rush. That will help Wilson, especially if they can get this running game going. So to me, the key to the game for the Steelers is if this young offensive line can execute this running game, and that'll open everything up for Wilson in the passing game. But yeah, that's my key. And where I think that the weakness for Atlanta is even the talent they have is more suited as a passing defense than it is a rush defense.
Big facts, Shannon. Big facts.
So Judon goes back and forth on both sides. Do you know if Atlanta runs a 4-3 or a 3-4?
3-4.
3-4.
And I think they want Judon for the right side mainly.
Okay.
He might not flip around for Atlanta.
Well, yeah, I think I agree with you, Shannon. I think the key to going at this defense is trying to run it at them. I mean, Grady Jarrett is a Pro Bowler, been an All-Pro before, really good player. And you're right about Spencer Anderson. He's 6'5". His pad level is going to be a thing that he has to really focus on. So and Terrell, I think Pickens can out physical Terrell. If the line can provide time and Pickens, because Pickens will get off the line and Pickens can body him, catch back shoulders. I don't know unless you got a clean shot. I don't know if you want to try him deep. Jesse Bates and Justin Simmons are both ball hawks back there.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, so I think the middle of the field, because like Shannon said, they're linebackers, they okay. Nothing special. So the middle of the field and Pickens being physical with Terrell in that matchup, catching some slants, catching some back shoulders, and things like that, I would agree with. Big-G, you got Atlanta's offense.
Yeah, I do. So listen, I'm just going to be honest. Starting out, I think the biggest key is, does Kyle Pitts play? Because Kyle Pitts playing or not playing,
does he play? Something wrong with Kyle Pitts?
Kyle Pitts got a major injury with his hamstring and groin area and stuff, whatever going on. He's got some stuff. He's actually limited practice and he's questionable for the game. So I didn't
know that. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a big time thing. If he's a scratch, then we attack them completely different. So that's how I'm going to approach this, right? Because this is the deal with Pitts. Pitts is different. Pitts, you can flex out, and you're in 12. You got 2 tight ends in the game, but you're really in 11. And then you flex him out, and then you move him back in. And even if we send 6 on a blitz, now the numbers just don't line up. So you got 4, you got 5 behind you.
Big, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You talk about Kyle Pitts. I know you know your football, and you might not get this right. There's a whole bunch of players, but Kyle Pitts in the league 40 years ago would have been who?
Kellen Winslow.
Ooh, that's a good one. I was thinking he'd be a receiver. He'd be Harold Carmichael, but okay. I like Kellen Winslow.
Yeah, he be because Kellen Winslow didn't block.
Kellen Winslow used to be one of my. I'm going to suggest he could play receiver, probably now too. But yeah, Kellen Winslow was my favorite all-time tight ends. I used to really, really like Kellen Winslow. But go ahead, man.
Yeah, so like I said, that determines how you attack because he's a different type of guy right now. And this is the dangerous part with Kyle Pitts. The dangerous part with Kyle Pitts is if you flex him out to an 11, okay, he's got 4.4 speed, right? So you can't let him get a clean break because if he does, he clears out the zone, and then guess who they run in behind him? Darnell Mooney on a crossing route. One of the Steelers, used to be Steelers, Ray McLeod on a crossing route, and they're going to run him right up underneath him. So now you got our slot corner running with this guy. You know, and Darnell Mooney and Ray McLeod are fast. I see that super chat, Tate. The Quad. He said, we may sack Cousins. Thanks for the 5, Quad. We may sack Cousins 5 times. I don't think he can run anymore. I agree, Shannon. I know that's your topic. So, yeah, I think you agree as well. Right?
Oh, yeah. I think the one thing about Cousins is he usually don't miss. When you make a mistake, he don't miss.
Yeah.
You know, if you play tight, consistent, legit D, especially in the secondary, you could give him trouble and get that pass rush to get home. But if you leave guys open, he's going to shred you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, he's not going to run away. He'll stand in there to the last split second, take a shot in the chops to complete the pass.
If you get to him though, he give you his lunch money though.
Yeah, he'll fumble.
You got to get there.
He'll get gun shy. Absolutely, I agree. Hey, so now, like I said, because I've heard a lot of chatter out there, and you know, podcast land and other shows. Bijan Robinson is the key. No, he's not. The key to the game is Pitts. Where does Pitts line up, and how does he play? Because he's a moving chess piece. Now, how you attack it, whether he plays or not, the Steelers have to play sound defense. They have to play. They can take gambles, but that's going to be determined on down and distance, right? So what we need to do is hold them under 3 yards on that first down, hold them under 2 yards on that second down, because we want to have them in a lot of third and long situations, because third and long takes your ability of what type of play you can run. A crossing route takes a long time to develop because the guy's got to come from one side to the other. You know, a clear out takes a long time. An inside turnaround takes a long time. So we need to keep Atlanta in third and long. I think the weakness of the Atlanta Falcons is their offensive line. I don't think they have a very good passing blocking offensive line. I think they do horrible in pass pro, even looking at the film on them. So I think that force them into those long downs and make Kirk Cousins make a mistake. So I think that's how you win. But I think, and I'm gonna tell you this, I wouldn't be shocked if PZ Jr. travels with Drake London. I wouldn't be shocked at all because it makes sense. You take him out of the game plan. You say, okay, Drake London's not going to hurt us. Now it's Pitts, Ray, Darnell Mooney, and Bijan. Now the wild card for Atlanta's offense is Aguilar. Aguilar is a lot better running back than most people know. He's really good. And I think he's going to get a lot of those inside carries. So we got to neutralize him early and often. Atlanta cannot be ripping off 7, 8, 9, 10-yard runs against us, or we're in for a long day. We're in for a long day. So we got to hold them under 100 yards rushing. That's my key to the game. Hold them under 100 yards and watch where Pitts is at.
Are you talking about Algier?
Algier, I said Aguilar. Algier.
Yeah.
Shannon, you know I do. I mess up names.
Well, I do too, but I thought maybe he come over from the Raiders.
No, Algier is the guy. So you got to hold him and Bijan under 100 and watch where Pitts lines up. If we do those two things now, but if Pitts don't play, it's a whole different game. If Pitts don't play, blitz. You need to blitz once every 3 plays. Blitz. And don't tell them where it's coming from.
Y'all remember that opening game? Probably I think it's when Dan Moore came in for Zach Banner against the Giants opening game. That game, the defense held Saquon Barkley to 15 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need a performance like that. I agree with the overall run game. But you gotta stop and contain Bijan Robinson. You gotta stop the run game, stuff it. But you gotta contain him because he'll leak out that backfield. He runs routes.
Yeah, he runs wheel routes.
He's a gifted receiver.
Uh-huh. He's a wheel router. Like the big wheel of fortune. He's a wheel router. He's going out of that backfield, bro. But we got the personnel to stop it, Tate. Minka, Deshaun Elliott, if Peyton Wilson is in the game, TJ sometimes. We got the Patrick Queen. We got the personality to run with that dude.
Yeah, so I don't disagree. So we talked about it from Atlanta's perspective, but we get from it the key to the Steelers' offense is to be able to run the ball and hit the plays in the pass game when they're available.
Yes.
Is that where we're at?
Yeah, absolutely.
And on defense, you saying you stop Kyle Pitts if he plays and hold him to under 100 yards rushing and get pressure on Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, because Darnell Mooney and Ray are not guys that's going to get open. You gotta scheme them open. They're not a guy that can line up one-on-one on a defensive back and just beat them. They can't do it. You got to scheme them open. So that scheming open takes time.
Okay. So
I'll tell you, on defense, I think the guy, we haven't even really mentioned him tonight, but Keanu Benton is the key. Because I think Keanu Benton is going to shut down the middle. See, the Steelers' run defense was terrible in the preseason. But now Hayward's back. Now you got Ogunjobi and you got Keanu Benton. And I think Benton will be the key to shutting Robertson down.
Okay, so Big G, get your algorithm signs up. After saying, where are those likes, chat fam? We at 75, we wanted 80. If you haven't hit like and you one of those 5 people that hasn't hit it yet, pay gonna be coming for you on Friday night. Don't be surprised if you get some Deshaun Watson lotion in your mailbox.
They cooked, Tate. They cooked. If they don't do it, they're cooked, man.
Reginald Rivers says that Herbig has 2 sacks.
Man, I don't know about that, man.
I like Herbig for one. I like him to outpace Chop Robinson down in Miami, though. That's what I'm looking at. But you know what that's about, Big G.
The corner time.
That big corner time, you're gonna have to pay up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, fellas. So we're getting close to that time where we are at that time. And we're gonna have our predictions.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'll let Shannon pick the order that we go in because Big G always tries to jump out there and say, Shannon, you go. Shannon, you go. So, Shannon, you go ahead and pick the order you want us to do our predictions in, man.
I want you to go first, Tate.
Okay.
And then I want Big G, and then I'll go.
Okay. So my prediction for this game, the first game of the year, Steelers against the Falcons. Let me let the people know what we did, right? You guys know what we did. What we do? We put our people up on game.
All facts. Go ahead.
That's going to be one of our talking points and segments when we talk about these games on Wednesday night as we move forward.
Yeah.
So yeah, we put them up on game. But my prediction for Steelers Falcons game 1, I don't have the Steelers scoring 30 points. I think the defense, this is a crazy score. I think the defense holds the Falcons to 16. 23-16. Steelers cleared by a touchdown. And I think they're a 3-point dog or 2.5-point dog. But they win by a tug.
So I think that Pittsburgh is going to score a lot more points than what a lot of people think. Now, I'm not going to give them 30, but I think that we're going to see a more comparable offense this season for Pittsburgh. So I'm going to take the Steelers 27-21. They score a late touchdown. They're down 21-20, score a late touchdown, and win 27-21. I like Pittsburgh for the win, 27-21.
Well, I'm not going to give the Steelers 30 on offense either. Every time I make a prediction, I'm usually way off. So I'm going to do the opposite thing. I'm giving them 31. I think the Steelers win 31-17.
Whoa, Shannon!
And the reason why is I think Keanu Benton is going to shut down the running game. I think Fitzpatrick is going to show everybody and remind everybody who he is when he gets to play, be a ball hawk and free safety, which is what he is. And I think that the new guys are going to have huge games on defense, and they're going to be able to run this football.
There goes.
Shannon said put some respect on the Steelers.
I was about to say, there goes some of that respect. They do that. What Shannon's saying, there's going to be some respect coming out on Monday. So real quick, some of the live chat score predictions. KB, Kevin Brokenborough, 23-13 Steelers. Yashiro LG, 24-21 Steelers. Homie Reginald Rivers, 24-23 Steelers. Steelers girl in the building, 21-10.
Beat down. That's what she's talking about.
Val 4, 17-13 Steelers. Afton has 21-17, no winner. I'm guessing you mean Steelers, Afton, hopefully.
She does.
T. Riley, 33, said he went higher than you. 33-17 Steelers.
Blackstreet talking crazy. He talking crazy. Blackstreet out there in them streets, Tate. What is he doing? 33? Wow.
Ronald Blake, 21-20. Steve Atlanta wins, 21-20. Gavin Anthony, G Money, what's up? Steelers 23-20. Mike, 24-17 Steelers. Ted Jones, 13-10 Steelers. That's a defensive grind out. Jaime Carlo, 24-17. No winner. Steelers or Falcons. I don't see it. I think that's about all we got time for. Mr. Woodsey, 19-17. Steelers. Rob Lightfoot, the homie in the building. 24-10. No designation. SC 2016 Atlanta. Rube Stone, 33-17 Steelers. Danny Littlejohn, 28-27 Steelers. Victory Asher, 23-20 Steelers. James Tresvant, 22-13 Steelers. Craig Werlow, 27-10 Steelers.
Oh.
Mark Tobin, 24-13 Steelers. Quadfather, 23-17 Steelers. And Thunder God, 2017. And he picks the Berg.
Yeah.
So, fellas, man, we about to get out of here. What a great show. Man, I always love getting with you guys, man. I mean, as far as on the show, Big G, don't pause me.
No, it's too late. Too late. It's too late.
But yeah, man, it's always a great time. And we got up to 89 thumbs up. Come on, give us 90.
Yeah.
But hey, listen, Shannon.
We're expecting 100 likes every show from this point forward, Tate. Every show during live, we need 100 likes.
It's football season. We got
100 likes.
We got up to about 167 was watching. We got 90 likes right now, so we did get to 90.
I want 250. I want 250 people watching us every show, and I expect 100 likes every show from this point moving forward.
I gotta put the homie Brian Brown comment up. He said 30-7 Steelers. You like that, Kirk Cousins?
I got something for him. Keep talking.
But hey, Shannon, what you got going on, man, in the coming week before we reconvene here next week to talk about Steelers Denver, Russ going back to Mile High?
Just have some Talk the Plank Pirates podcast this week. And then, of course, on Monday, we'll have a Steelers hangover, me and Daniel J. So, I see so much of our community and our family tune in to all of our podcasts, and just know that we all appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Big G, I'll go real quick.
Yes, sir.
Thanks everybody in the live chat for joining us. Rob Lightfoot said, Tate, let's hear something about our good punter. We do have a good punter. Cam Johnson in preseason was booting them jumpers 55 and 60 yards. But, we're going to get out of here. We can talk about the punter later. You waited too late to ask that, Rob. But, hey, so per usual, on Fridays you find me and Big G on the Homies podcast. Big G will be live with B. Decker from Ann Arbor. This week's Homies and Homies Overtime. On Sunday, we do the Know It All podcast. Big G has his Level Up podcast on Monday evenings. We gonna get into basketball in the next three weeks or so. We got that Cleveland Cavaliers. That's rather cavalier. But Big G and myself got a new project coming.
Yeah.
With the homie Pay.
Yeah.
It'll be on audio only, but it's called the No Cap Recap. It'll be just a review of the weekend's games. So Tuesday morning, you listen to that, you can hear our takes on all the scores and all the games that played the prior weekend from Thursday through Monday. Be sure to check that out on Fans First Sports Network. We appreciate your support. Be sure to, when it's out there, the first episode will be uploaded and running Tuesday to talk about this week 1 games, all the teams. And we'll pick a player of the week and pick a game of the week, what game we thought was the best game of the week. So it should be some fun. It's going to be a short show, 35, 40 minutes, just to update everybody on all the weekend's happenings that just happened. So that thing. But Big G, you go ahead, and then we're going to get out of here. Pass it to Shannon so we can take us home. We're going to get out of here.
Hey, man, thanks again for rocking with us. We're going to check all you guys out for sure on Friday. Can't wait to see you and hear from you for another part of Steel Curtain Network. And make sure you listen to all the Steel Curtain Network shows and watch and support the Steel Curtain Network shows on YouTube, because we're going to have an outstanding season and we're going to grow like there ain't no tomorrow this year. It is time for us to level up, and we're in the process of doing it. So let's level up and do what we got to do.
Hey, Big G and Shannon, we had 95 thumbs up. Come on, y'all can get us 5 more in the next 30 seconds.
Write that and click that. Write that. Go ahead. Shannon, do what you do, man.